This video will explain how to complete the Unit 1 annotating assignment from English 101. In this assignment, your job is to open and read the Reading 1 or R1. In this particular semester, that reading is Struggle for Smarts: How Eastern and Western Cultures Tackle Learning. In a different semester, there may be a different reading listed here, but the steps for the assignment will stay the same. If you click on the link to the reading, it will open up an opportunity for you to open the article via online text or a PDF. It depends on how you plan on annotating, which one you'll want. So follow the instructions that are coming up in order to figure out which one you want to do. If we go back to the assignment instructions, you'll see that you can check out some sample annotations. And so this link takes you into the sample annotations box where you can look at either a set of handwritten annotations or a set of electronic annotations. Let's see what we have. So the handwritten annotations look something like this. It is an article that's been printed out, and you simply take a pen and a highlighter and you make annotations on the document. We'll come back to this in a minute. The electronic annotations look more like a Word or a Google Doc, where you take the article in its online version and you copy or paste it into either a Word document or a Google Doc, and then use the comment feature to make comments on the document and to highlight it and to make your own notes. So either way, what you're doing is taking notes on the document itself. And that's the assignment, is for you to read the reading and annotate it. It doesn't matter to me whether you choose to annotate through handwriting and on a printed PDF, or if you do it digitally. Either one works. If you do your annotation by hand, you are going to need to take a picture of the document or scan it and upload that into the assignment link. If you do a Google Doc or a Word doc, you'll need to make sure that you're sending me or that you're uploading or submitting a link to that is public, so that I can see the annotations that you've made on the document. Now, that's the basics of the assignment, but I've also provided some additional resources. In the course, there are a couple of web pages. Consider Content and Rhetoric is one of the web pages in the Unit 1 Learning Materials folder, and this gives you some questions to ask as you're reading the assignment or the article, so that you can kind of have an idea of some of the things you should be thinking about and maybe annotating as you go. So there are quite a few questions here for you to keep in mind. There's also a web page under the Unit 1 Learning Materials subfolder called Annotating Text to Improve Your Comprehension. And this gives an overview of annotation and what you should be doing as you annotate. If annotating is something that you haven't done before, I strongly encourage you to review this web page before you start the assignment. Another resource that I've provided for you is this Unit 1 annotation guide. And this guide is a Google Doc that should be linked on your course schedule, possibly in your announcements. And it has some very specific guidelines for what I'm looking for in this assignment. You do need to annotate directly on the text. You can do it with a pen and a highlighter, or you can do it in Google or Word doc, as I've already said. Your annotation must identify or include the following elements: the author's main idea, the supporting or important points, any vocabulary that you may not know, and your own comments about the text. That would include connections between ideas, things in the article that you can relate to, questions that you have, or things that maybe surprised you or interested you or that you'd like to learn more about. You also must design a key. The key explains your annotations. So it might be something that looks like this sample key. You can use this one if you want to just copy this in and follow it, or you can make up your own key. But the key should indicate what is in highlighter and what the circles mean and what underlined words mean, and so on and so forth. So this is just a smaller version of the annotations document that we looked at earlier. You can see that the main idea is highlighted in green. You can see some things are circled, and you can see lots of marginal notes where the reader here has made quite a few comments in the margins. This is what I'm going to be looking for when I grade your annotation. So make sure that you are including these things. Make sure that you have a key that looks something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly this. And then you can turn in the work either via handwritten annotation or via digital annotation. There's also a rubric. It's worth 10 points, and you can take a look at the rubric to see how the assignment is going to be graded and what I'm going to be looking for in this assignment. If you have any questions about it, you are welcome to email me and let me know how I can help.